All right. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we are. Hello. Good to see everyone. Hello. Hope everyone's starting to join now. All right. Looks like we're starting to have some people popping in. Hello, Miss Karen Sue. So it looks like we are successful. We are live right now. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Levi. We are live right now. It looks like across three platforms. I think I'm live now on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So give my moderator, tech support person a round of applause because I just wasn't quite sure how this was going to work out. So glad to see everyone popping on here. Oh, hello, Miss Valerie. So now everyone, it looks like everyone's joining right now is joining from Facebook. It'll be interesting to see. I didn't advertise that I was going live on Instagram or YouTube just because I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. But yeah, great job. Miss Valerie said great job. I can't wait to see you Sunday, Valerie. I'm excited for the weight loss class. I'm so excited for that. I was making some notes for it. I'm excited to get going on that. Get control of my my health too. Okay. I wish we'd start getting hello, Marilyn. Looks like I wish I'd get some comments from Instagram or YouTube. Does anyone? Let's see. Let's check my Instagram real quick and then I'll start some readings. I want to see if you can see me. I can't see me live on Instagram. I don't know how you would do that anyway. Do y'all know how you see people live on Instagram? I don't know if anyone follows me on Instagram. Can anyone check and see if they can see me live on there? Hi, Christy. All right, Danielle, we'll get to you. I promise we'll get to that. We're doing some, let me check this out. You can see me on YouTube? Can you see me on Instagram? Does anyone follow me on Instagram? I don't know if y'all can check that out, if y'all can see me live on Instagram. I don't even know how to do that.
You said it was easier to see you.
Hello, Maddie. You don't know? All right, I don't know. We were trying to figure out if I was live on Instagram, but I'm not quite sure how to even see how people are live on Instagram, but do y'all know how? Hello, Levi. All right, let's get some readings going while my moderator is checking that out. Okay, so let's see here. Who do we have? I think the first person, we're going to get through this. I'm definitely, okay, Karen, let's see if we can bring up your mom. And then I want, hold on, I'm going to make a little list here. I don't usually keep an ongoing list, but y'all were very patient when I was working through seeing where I was. Who said it was, oh, Danielle said it was her mom's 1 year. Danielle, your mom's 1 year. Okay. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put up a mom here. Karen, we'll see. I'm going to see if it's your mom, Patricia. Let's see if we can get that going. I'm sure your names look familiar, so y'all have seen me live before. Make sure you confirm or deny the information. All right, Miss Karen, you ready to go when I call up Patricia? Okay. If it's not your, hello, Casey. Casey, have you made your doctor's appointment yet? I've been thinking about you. Have you made that second opinion? Pop it in the chat. Inquiring minds want to know. Mommy minds need to know, Miss Casey. All right. So if it's not your mom, Karen, don't worry about it. I'm sure she'll fit someone. Girl, no. Hello, Casey. Casey. Are you listening, Casey? Oh, someone said the audio keeps cutting in and out. Is that just Maddie or is everyone's audio cutting in and out? Hello, Leanne. Casey, get that dadgum doctor's appointment made. Okay, when I call up Patricia, I'm getting someone who was a smoker. She has her hair done just so, and she makes me feel like, thank you, Marilyn. She makes me feel like I need to back tease. So Karen, listen up. I called up your mom, Patricia. We'll see if this is her. A little in and out, not too bad. Okay, here, let me get my microphone closer. Maybe that's it. Hello. We'll get my microphone closer. Okay, I'm getting someone who smoked, someone who back teased her hair, and I'm getting that she was always on the go. She worked really hard. She didn't have like a career job. She always had a job where she worked a little here and she worked a little there. She was in food service for a lot of her life. That's right. Miss Casey, Marcy is now putting the pressure on you also. Casey, make the appointment. All right, Karen, does it sound like your mom? All right, Karen. Oh, looks like your YouTube. Okay. I'm not seeing a confirmation from Karen. Oh, it sounds like she was a meat wrapper. Okay, very good. Very good. I had told Karen that she was in food service of some sort. That was why I couldn't quite figure out what this food service was, because usually food service is waitressing. But I was about to say waitressing, Karen, and your mom was like, "No, I didn't have it right, but I knew it was food service." And she said that she was a meat wrapper. So yes, I will take that, Karen. Your mom, Karen, is talking about you. You have you're feeling stuck, like you have started a spiritual journey of some sort, but you have kind of gotten stuck in this journey and you need to progress further. She's very much talking about don't be afraid to step out of your shell and start taking some classes and start pursuing that. You're a little bit afraid, I'm hearing, given just, I mean, we all are. When you start stepping outside what we call society norms, people start getting a little nervous. And that's what I'm feeling your mom is saying, that you're getting a little nervous from that. She's also saying that you have been, okay, Karen, I wouldn't normally do this, but I've never had a one-on-one appointment with you, but I've seen you enough in my lives. Yes, you've been studying more on spiritual things. I was going to say, I've been seeing you a lot in my lives. And so I feel like you probably have a little bit of a trust there because you have seen me read so many times now. So I don't normally do this, but since there's probably a little bit of trust there, you've seen me read a lot. I'm going to go ahead and bring forth this other message, and it is from an angel. Your mom directed me to the angel realm. We have Sandalphon stepping up. Sandalphon is one of the only angels that there was two angels that were once human and then became angels. Other than that, angels were angels. We don't transfer over. Sandalphon is saying, Karen, that you have been fervently praying. And whether I'm not talking about our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be that name, not that kind of praying, but just talking to heaven, talking to the spirits, talking to the other side. That is a prayer. A prayer is not, yes, of course, Hail Marys, our Father, and all those are prayers also, but you have been praying in a way that is just talking back to heaven. They are hearing your prayers. They are being answered. Sandalphon is saying that they might not be being answered in the time frame in which you want, nor in the manner which you want, but he wants you to be rest assured that you are being heard. This year is going to be much easier for you, Sandalphon is saying, though you still have some grief that you're processing and that you're walking through. Oh, Danielle, when you get chills, it's spot on. I love the chill moments. You have some grief moments that you're going to be working. You've been talking a lot to him, but didn't know if I would be heard. Yes, you are being heard. And you're still going to have some grief moments this year that are going to be tough to get through, but you're on the right path and you're doing some tremendous healing. All right. Thank you, Miss Karen, for kicking this night off and starting us off right. All right. Miss Danielle, You said it was your mom's 1 year? Okay, Danielle. Let's see here. I was wondering if you could, I didn't know if you could, I guess you can't have people go live with you on Facebook. I'm used to TikTok where I click and see how many followers people have. And if they have a certain amount, I have them go live with me so I can read them straight off. Danielle, real quick, whenever I just said your name, there is a lady stepping up, but in front of her is a gentleman who is stepping up. And I said, no, I need Danielle's mom, and he won't move. Do you have a male in spirit who is on? He's showing me a wedding band. Do you have a significant other in spirit, Danielle? All right. Let's see if we can get Danielle's answer to come through real quick here. I was asking for her mom, and I do have a lady here, but there is a gentleman. Okay. She said you don't. She said she doesn't. All right. Well, we're going to push him to the side. He's someone's husband. I'm hearing an R name out of him. No, but a man showed up the last time I had a personal reading with you. This man is haunting you, Danielle. Haunting you. There is a gentleman here. I'm going to say real quick, and then I'm going to put him to the side and try to get your mom up, Danielle. I'm hearing an R name. Raymond, Ryan, out of this gentleman. Okay, Danielle. Yes, the second I started saying his name, she moved to the side. It could be Rocco, but I haven't tapped him that hard. Let's get your mom up here. Your mom, Danielle, super sweet lady. She was one of those ladies who was a mom to all. Oh, there's another Danielle on here, and she has a son, Ryan, in spirit. All right, that's probably who this is. So it was a gentleman whose name was Ryan. Okay, because as this gentleman was moving to the side and letting her up, he turned to her to kind of thank her, and she patted his shoulder like, it's okay, honey, it's okay. Like he really needed to be heard. And I grabbed the Danielle that had a mom in spirit, and your mom was helping me get this attention because she knew if she brought him forward that I would definitely focus in on him. Danielle, your mom is showing me that you wear something that reminds you of her. And you have been talking to her like crazy lately. This winter has been really hard on you. She's showing me that the wintertime is especially hard on you. I know that the sunshine makes everyone happier, but for you, especially Danielle, you need the sun. Like when you don't have the sun, it's a real struggle for you to get going. What is that called when people have an issue and that need the sun? Like it's seasonal, not really seasonal depression. It doesn't get you that bad, but you definitely have a seasonal thing. Your mom is also talking about, have you been going through and have you been talking to yourself about the fancy coffees? Because your mom shows me you going through a coffee. Yes, 100%. Your mom shows me you going through a coffee drive-through, and then I can just hear you're talking to yourself about it. Oh, there you go. Seasonal affective disorder. That's what it's called. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Or Tamara. Tamara? Anyway, she is very much making me feel like whenever you go through this drive-through. Oh, yay! Someone commented from YouTube. Thank you, Charissa, for commenting from YouTube. I was not sure that I was live. I'm trying a new streaming. Tonight is the first time. You love the seasonal coffees. Yes, that's what I was feeling, Danielle. So your mom is completely calling you out on your coffee habit, your seasonal coffee habit. I was not sure that I was actually live on all the things. I was trying to go live on 3 things at once. I just really have to have a shout out to my my moderator, who is also my tech support person. He got this all set up for me. I thank him. I'm so appreciative of him for getting that going for me. Thank you, Danielle, for letting me read your mom. She did a really good job of not only proving who she was, but also showing that she is around you. As you know, anyone see me read, I don't let spirit step up and just say, hey, tell them I'm around them. It's too general. So your mom did it by talking about the seasonal coffees and how you've been talking to yourself about, oh my goodness, I have to stop this. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I am so glad. Thank you for everyone who's commenting. Oh, that one was from YouTube. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Getting on YouTube as well. Thank you. I appreciate everyone checking out, making sure that my new streaming program was working. I'm very impressed with it. I'm still a little rusty with it. All right. Now I'm going to talk to this son. I want to also thank the first Danielle's mother for bringing my attention to the second Danielle's son, Ryan. You know, Danielle, Ryan is very much talking about that I know as a mom, we're constantly judging our parenting. I mean, we always think we should have, would have, could have done something better. And he wants you to know that he always knew he was loved. He didn't always act like that. He would act out. Danielle Campus, you said you had one more question. You can pop it in the chat and we'll see if maybe my moderator can grab it, and I'll try to answer that real quick. So Danielle Campus, pop it in the... Oh, thank you. So Lori Newkirk said, Christy, you recently did a reading for my friend who lost her husband. You were right on so many things. Thank you for your... Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Ryan, Danielle is very much talking. Also, Ryan is bringing through that someone either has just gotten a tattoo in his honor or is thinking about getting a tattoo in his honor. He's very proud of that. Like, people are thinking enough of him to do that. For all of this kids, like, he had such a big heart. I don't think that people could always see that because, he had pretend like he was big man around town, but just such a sweet, sweet heart. Also, Danielle, he wants me to tease you. Like, if you were in my office and we were in person doing this reading, he'd just make me want to poke you I wouldn't, because he'd be inappropriate, but he'd make me want to, because he just liked to tease and have fun and make you laugh. And it was one of those things where he just wanted to annoy you. Like, he thought it was funny. His dad wants his picture tattoo. Okay, very good. Thank you for confirming that. This kid just loved to tease you to the point it would kind of annoy you, but he thought it was funny. It was never in I'm going to be mean and tease you. It's just like, I want to tease you. He's also referencing, have you recently had some dental work done, Danielle? He was saying, tell her I'm around her. And I don't want to say that. So he was showing me you. Yeah, he did love messing with you. It was one of his greatest joys in life, Danielle, to mess with you. He's making me have something with my teeth. Who around you is talking about having dental work? Have you recently had your teeth cleaned? What he is showing me is, I just had my teeth cleaned today, and he's showing me being at the dentist office and having my teeth cleaned. He had perfect teeth. That's what it was, because he was actually complimenting my teeth, but I wasn't going to say that because it sounded kind of vain. But that's what he was actually referencing. Like, he wanted me to touch my teeth, and they were just complimenting my teeth today in the dentist office. And so was your son. And so that's what it was. He also loves, now the cat's out of the bag, he keeps commenting, which I don't think they are. I do think I need to have them whitened, but he keeps talking about how white my teeth are, and he just really loves that. He likes how straight they are, and he likes how white they are. So this boy had a thing for teeth. His jokes, I'm the best teeth. I didn't want to say anything because it sounded kind of vain, him over here complimenting my teeth, but he absolutely was, and that's why he was very appreciative of pretty teeth. All right. One last thing, Danielle, is he wants his dad to know he's the one that messes with his radio. Whatever your husband listens to or his dad, I'm jumping the gun here with saying your husband, whatever his dad listens to music on, he is the one that messes with it. Like he makes me want to have problems with my earbuds. Like they're not connecting when they should, and I just find it really frustrating. He's saying that his dad like wants to believe in mediumship and wants to believe there is an afterlife, but he's really struggling, and rightly so. He does. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Danielle, for confirming that. She just confirmed that. Yes, he has been having. I'm in the same city as Danielle. Can you see if my son? Oh. Okay. Thank you, Danielle. All right. So let's get back up here. Stephanie, where was Stephanie Brock? Okay, here you go, Miss Stephanie. I'd like to know what happened to one of my best friends, Ricky. Okay, Mr. Ricky, are you over there? Okay, Stephanie, are you still online? Please confirm or deny the information I'm about to bring through. You're welcome, Miss Danielle, to prove who you are. Okay, I'm feeling when I have a gentleman here stepping up, Stephanie, and I'm just feeling a big old teddy bear. I'm feeling this guy is just a big old teddy bear, and he loved to have a good time. He struggled with some, I wouldn't say mental health issues, but a little bit. And I know a lot of men who struggle with mental health issues. They don't want to admit it because they think it is a weakness. But he liked to self-medicate. I wouldn't say he liked to. He did. Let's just say he did. I wouldn't say he liked to. And would you have known, Stephanie, would you have known him to have had some drug problems at some point in his life? Because what he's showing me, when you asked him what happened to you, he's showing me that he had done some drugs at one point that had kind of damaged his heart, that had given him an underlying heart issue, which then his body never recovered from, and it presented a problem later. He's also showing me getting into an argument with someone shortly before he died. Can you confirm that, Stephanie, or would you know? Are you getting in Stephanie's comments?
I saw her before she was still here, but I haven't seen anything.
All right, Stephanie, does any of that make sense to you? Okay, so I'm assuming you just can't confirm that because you said not that you know of. Okay, I wish you could let people go live on here. Okay, so what I'm seeing, Stephanie, is that he had an underlying heart, and he's showing me specifically a valve. He's showing me like a valve that opens and closes. And I asked him what the damage comes from, and he's showing me doing some partying in his younger years. He stopped writing to me after I moved away. And I searched for him for years. Yes. Okay, very good. Not very good that happened, but very good. That's why you can't confirm that. This guy did not have the best home life, he is showing me. And, when you don't have the best home life, or, you're struggling with things in your life, you just stop communicating with the outside world. Also, Stephanie, this gentleman, he had a little crush on you. Did you know that? Hello, Miss Ask Iris Libby. Stephanie, he had a little crush on you. All right, Stephanie, that's what I'm... He was devastated. Yeah. He just had a little crush on you. He started self-medicating. It caused some issues to his organs, which that happens quite a bit more than we would think. And then later he just didn't take care of himself and his heart went kaput. Also, he'd gotten in a fight that night. I think I said that to you. But anyway, just know, Stephanie, that this guy did love you, and you were the best of friends. Yes, well, he also had a little crush on you. You kind of knew that, didn't you, Stephanie? You kind of knew he had a little crush on you. That's all right. All right. Hello, Miss Patty Kimler. Patty. Hello, hello. All right, who we got up next? You want me to just pull someone?
Melissa. Grandmother Hester.
Melissa, you said? Her grandmother, Hester?
Correct. And she's on YouTube.
All right, Miss Melissa. Grandmother Hester, Melissa is joining us. My moderator says from YouTube. So I appreciate that because I really wasn't sure my streaming platform was going to work. I'm so impressed with my moderator right now. Oh, is Instagram not working? You know, Instagram is kind of an issue.
Everything said it was.
Okay, I'm going to assign if Patty Kimler is still on here. Patty Kimler, are you still on here? Patty Kimler, can you go to Instagram and see if you can see me live over there, please? And text me and let me know. I'm not quite sure how to do that. All right. Okay, when Melissa, as I am, Patty's gonna check it out. Thanks, Patty. When I'm pulling up Hester, I'm seeing someone that is like she is busy. And for whatever reason, do you remember she must have been in the kitchen cooking all the time because her hands are doughy and floury, and she's doing this like she's I just hit my microphone if y'all heard that. So and she's doing this like she's pushing her hair out of the way like this, like her hands were always dirty. Not always dirty because she didn't wash them, but she was always up in it. You couldn't get Instagram to come up. Yeah, I don't know what it's about that. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. I don't know. Also, Hester is referencing. You don't see me. Oh, Instagram isn't showing live. All right. I don't know how to make that. Okay. Thank y'all for checking that out. Thank you for checking that out. We'll see if we can get it going some other time. All right. So I'm also Hester. I don't usually let people show like messages as part of a identification, but Hester is showing me like the always cooking, and instantly she showed me, Melissa, you're starting to like really study spirituality. You're starting to get into readings and like reading cards too. She shows me you reading cards. She's so proud of you for stepping outside of the box.
Did you see Melissa's comment?
No.
She said there was such a lag between Facebook and YouTube that she jumped over to Facebook.
Oh, it's Melissa Schwartzlander. No wonder your grandmother's talking about. I didn't realize that was a Melissa. My moderator just pulled you up and said your grandmother Hester. I didn't realize it was that Melissa. Okay, so she's saying YouTube was delayed. You jumped over to Facebook, and Iris is saying she didn't see me on Instagram. All right. It is. No wonder she's talking about you doing readings. Of course you are, my Melissa. All right. She's talking about you are exhausted after the holidays, Melissa. Your grandmother is referencing that you were the hostess with the mostest, and you were trying your best to make sure everything was together for everyone. And she is saying that, yes, she's proud of that, but also she wants you to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you, like most of us mommies, put yourself on the back burner, and it's really your time to shine and to start charging forward with what you find is fulfilling. She's also talking about, hello, Vicki. Hello, Miss Kathy. Welcome. I see it's your first time here. She's also talking about that you you haven't quite, which I get it. It's hard to come out of what we call the psychic closet. And she's showing me that you haven't quite gotten there yet. You haven't quite gotten to where you want to come out of the psychic closet just yet. But a lot of hosting went overboard. Yes, that's what she is saying. I mean, it's fun, but you need a vacation from all that. She is so proud of you because, Melissa, there were a couple of times where, I mean, I've seen you in one of my classes and I know what a sweet person you are. She was always cooking, phenomenal cook. Yes, that's what she's giving me. And I can't imagine you getting upset with anyone, but your grandmother is showing me there was a couple of times over the holidays that you really had to bite your tongue and like how much she appreciated you taking the higher road. Like there were some people that were making a couple of underhanded comments, things that didn't quite fit with you, and you really bit your tongue. And you were just like, no, I'm going to make sure everyone leaves here with a loving vibration. And that's what you did. She's very proud of you for that. Now she says, take a nap. Also, Melissa, my mentorship circle is starting next on Tuesday. Oh, yes, it was hurtful. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I thought they were just annoying. I didn't realize they were hurtful. I'm sorry. Okay. So Miss Melissa, the 10th, my mentorship circle starts. Okay, there is there's a young lady stepping up, and the reason, the hesitation was she was giving me a name, but I don't feel like it's her name, and I was making sure that that's what she was telling me. I have a sister energy here. Something about something about Christmas, something related to this person and Christmas are huge. And it's not that she really loved Christmas, though she did. Something else in relation to this person, the sister energy in Christmas is significant. Also, I'm feeling that she passed suddenly. She was younger. I'm saying their 20s, maybe early 30s. There is a person around her with an L name. I don't feel like it's her name. It's an L name like Lacey, Linda, Lucy. Lacey, Linda, Lucy. Oh, Lacey Whitmore. My sister passed Christmas Eve. This past Christmas Eve? Oh my goodness, honey. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. 2021. Okay. That's not really any better, but at least it didn't just happen. Okay, Miss Lacey, let's see what your sister has going on here. She wants to acknowledge that y'all did something special for her on Christmas. Like y'all did something special to commemorate her. Last Christmas was a blur, but she's saying this Christmas y'all did something to commemorate her. I felt like y'all were putting an ornament on the tree in her memory. So just know that she is acknowledging what you did for her. Also, she's showing me, Lacey, that I mean, yes, y'all were sisters, but you felt like you lost part of your soul when she passed. Like you feel like you're only half a person walking around here on earth now. So make sure whenever yes, I had a blanket made for my parents with her pictures. Okay, very good. What a sweet idea. What a sweet idea. She is wanting you to know that she's going to be there for all of your special events. Everything you have going on, she is going to be there for it. Also, she wants to acknowledge that you feel like that you have burden but you have the pressure now that she is gone because your parents depend on you so very much, and you feel that pressure. I'm sorry, I was reading Melissa's comment here. Oh, good. I hope to see you there on the 10th, Miss Melissa. Um, your sister is referencing how you feel that burden of pressure. Burden's not the right word. Pressure of her being gone and your parents depending on you just so very, very much. She's also talking about that you feel a part of, yes, to make sure you're following your dreams. Like you're holding yourself back a little bit. You're holding yourself back from pursuing because you want to make sure that you are close to your parents. You're there for your parents. And she's acknowledging, yes, that is important, but don't put your dreams on hold, that they will understand. You have good parents, and yes, they want to have you near. Yes, they love you. Yes, they would love for you to be living right there all the time. But she is saying, don't forget to pursue your dreams. Thank you, Miss Lacey, for letting me read your sister. She did an excellent job with her information. I have to tell you that. All right, Medusa. I hope to see you there on the 10th. So, what we're talking about, I have a mediumship circle that starts next Tuesday, and it's for if you've ever read, if you have any kind of experience reading or reading cards, then you can join the mediumship circle. And it's where you can just really hone your skills. How do you hold a connection? How do you get that detailed information? And then on the 11th is the intro class. So if you don't really have any experience, the intro class is a class for you. I've never taught a class and not had people. Everyone's always been able to read. So come and join us. We'd be glad to have you. Also, this Sunday, we're starting a weight loss class, like Get Healthy. If anyone wants to register for it, you can go to my website, Get Healthy. We are going to be doing hypnotherapy, and then we're going to be doing some coaching, and the coaching is coming from this book, the Food and Feelings book. All right, who else we got?
You just want to swear about it, but I have a couple names.
Okay.
Ashley, friend,
Robbie?
Robbie.
Ashley. Your friend Robbie. Ashley. Your friend Robbie. Okay. Robbie, the gentleman stepping up he's thin and he is holding a beer in one hand and he has his hands in his pockets with the other hand. He is wearing jeans and a t-shirt and tennis shoes, which tells me he was very casual all the time. He is this guy wore his heart on his sleeve. It would have been very tough for him to get along in this world with how hardcore we are on our men, and we expect them to step up to the plate, no crying, all of this, and he just wore his heart on his sleeve. He's also showing me that he was like one of the girls with you. Not that he was, but you told him everything. Like he absolutely knew everything about you. Okay, very good. Ashley, this is one of those, for anyone listening, please let your boys cry. I mean, this is one of those kids who it would have been so tough for him. You can tell that he was very empathetic, wore his heart on his sleeve, and it's hard for those types of males right now to get along in this world. We need to change society where it's more acceptable for boys to show their feelings. Ashley, he is saying that, like, y'all were, and when I say soulmates, I don't mean soulmates as in a love relationship, but y'all just had such a huge connection. And it was so much deeper than that. Like when I said you had a soul, a connection, a soulmate connection, it wasn't just about, I see you say was your first boyfriend, but it wasn't just about that. It was about y'all's deeper, more friend connection. Y'all really got each other. He's saying that he wishes y'all had met later in life. Like y'all had, it's hard for those first loves to make it. Very few of them do. And he talks about he wished that y'all had met later in life. He's talking about just what a beautiful, beautiful woman you have grown into. And he's not talking about just physical beauty, which you are physically beautiful, he is saying, but just you have integrity. You're a ride or die friend. You're always putting your best foot forward. Hello, Maxine. Thank you for joining me. And he's around you all the time. He's actually showing me that he has recently put an orb in one of your pictures. So go back and look at some of your pictures. Am I doing spirit led? I've been doing both. I've done some spirit led and some not spirit led. All right. Thank you, Miss Ashley. Thank you. Thank you for letting me read your Robbie. What a sweetheart. Jess, Neil, are you doing? I was not planning on, but the second, okay, so Jess, listen up. I read your comment, and the second I read your comment, a person popped up, a female. Hello. So is Terry? Where's Terry? I didn't see them. Their comment.
My comment?
No, I see your comment, but where's Terry?
YouTube.
I know, but I didn't see their comment come through. It's kind of fun to see the YouTube comments and stuff come through. I don't see those often. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Jess. She was poking me. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, Jess is showing me that, she was very much, it was funny you said poking, because I was going to say she makes me want to pose and poke and tease you. And it's funny because I'm seeing that she was not feeling well before she passed, but I'm also feeling that she passed suddenly, which usually doesn't make sense. Usually, pull Lori's name, and we'll whoever she wants, and we'll get to her next. So Lori Newkirk, we'll get to you next. Hold tight. Was Jess cremated? She keeps showing me an urn, and I'm not quite sure what that's about. So Jess is showing me an urn. Oh, Jess, your wife is showing me an urn, not your urn. She's also showing me, I'm not quite sure if you can confirm this. I feel like she was sick, she was ill. I'm not feeling good, but it's not like I feel like I am going to be passing. Your wife was cremated. Okay, very good. Not very good, but part of the confirmation. But I feel like I'm sick, but then I passed suddenly. She's also showing me that her ashes have been separated. And so that's just a confirmation that she is around you and she sees what's going on. And she says, no, she does not care what you do with her ashes. I've never had a spirit, just for anyone looking or watching, step up and care what you did with their body, their ashes, anything. They don't care. They're pretty much like, I don't need it. Also, just she is around you all the time. She did, yes, but she was also not feeling well. So that's what I was saying. It didn't make sense. She said she did kind of pass suddenly. I feel like I'm ill, I'm sick, but I shouldn't be passing right now. And then all of a sudden it comes really quickly. Do not know. She didn't care. Yeah, but she was heavy on my heart. She is also showing me that I always laugh when these spirits step up and say this, and it's my own funny term. I say they haunt you, but it's my own medium. Yeah, that's my own sick medium, humor. When I say she haunts you, it means that all the things that spirits can do to show that she is around you, she absolutely does. She messes with the electronics. She's showing me a light flickering. She's also showing me messing with a dog, like teasing a dog around you. She's also showing me that you were in bed one night recently, and I can just hear a noise in another part of the house. And you're like, what was that? It was her. So just know that was her. Yes, Jess is laughing. I know she does all the things because you feel like she's around you, but you're explaining it away. And we do that. Even as a medium, sometimes I will do that. This morning I was on the treadmill and I was talking to someone, and all of a sudden the treadmill stopped. I was like, who was that? But at first I was just annoyed and about to press the start button again. I was like, oh yeah, that was a spirit. So even as a medium, I don't always tune into that exact moment and realize it as a spirit. So make sure whenever you're recognizing it, Jess, you're saying hi to her and that you realize it's her. And yes, she can hear you talking to her, she said. She says, tell her I am talking to her. I can hear her talking to me. All right. Thank you, Miss Jess, for letting me read her. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Lori, your dad, Marion. Here we go. I appreciate you joining me from YouTube, Miss Lori. All right. Did you ever tease your dad, Lori, for wearing, how older men will wear the white crew socks with like loafers? You're welcome, Jess. Loafers are like slippers. They just have that unfashionable look to them. He is showing me that. He's also showing me that he was kind of an eclectic guy. Like just not your norm. Just very eclectic. And sandals. Yes. Sandals is probably what he's showing me. Not that we would ever tease anyone about that, Patrick. But he's also showing me he always read the paper. And sandals. Okay, Miss Lori, are you still online, Miss Lori? Before I continue. Okay, we haven't seen Lori here in a bit. We'll give Lori just a moment, and if she's not on here, we will see if the spirit belongs to someone else. Oh, did you block that person? I just noticed someone was sending me friend request now. Okay, let me block this person. Soliciting readings. Okay, Miss Lori, did that fit your dad? Did that fit your dad, Marion? He had stepped up and I was talking about him being a very eclectic person. People used to tease him for wearing those white crew socks with, like, Patrick got it, sandals and just shoes he shouldn't be wearing them with. He's also showing me that, there were some things that he was very particular about and others not. Like, it was weird. He could be OCD about some things and care less about others, but he was very OCD about some things. He's also showing me he collected something. I'm not sure if this is baseball cards I'm seeing. Oh, crap. Why is my battery running low? Oh, there we go. Because I wasn't plugged in. That's why my battery was running low. Okay. So did the other information fit, Lori? About your dad being kind of eclectic, your dad, okay. And what about the other stuff? Did he collect baseball cards or comic books? He shows me collecting something. And it feels like he's playing with cards. Feels like he's playing with, he just makes me want to, he actually makes me, I'm sure it was not, okay. It looks like we have a spirit up for grabs here. Okay, so this gentleman is showing me he was kind of thin all through his life, even as he got older. And he is showing me wearing these long crew socks. He is showing me he liked to collect cards of some sort. Looks like baseball cards. He also liked to play cards. He was an avid paper reader, the newspaper. And he was very particular about the things that, yeah, I think we have a spirit up for grabs here, Lori. So if this fits someone, if this fits someone's person, then grab him. It is a dad energy. Oh, hockey cards. Yes, I could go with hockey cards. So Patrick, does this sound like your dad? You were the one who were talking about the socks, the sandals earlier. Maybe that's why you knew. And he is very much showing me. I thought these cards were funny because they weren't quite baseball cards, but that's the only kind of cards I knew about. Oh, okay. Okay. So Lori says it sounds like her grandpa. Okay, that would make sense, Lori. That would very much make sense if that would make sense, Lori, if I was reading you, but your grandfather stepped up instead. That absolutely will happen. Okay, Patrick, I think this is Lori's grandfather, but hold tight. We'll bring up your I think it's your dad next. All right. Lori, your grandfather is very much talking about how you've lost a lot of the males in your, it's like he's showing me that there's a lot of females left in your family, but most of the males are gone. And he is like, you're kind of spreading yourself thin, making sure everyone is taken care of, Lori. You're constantly calling and checking on this person and that person. And he wants you to make sure that you're not wearing yourself thin. He wants you to know that he has his boys. So he has more than, I'm not sure if it's I know it's your dad who's over there, which would be one of his sons, but it feels like there is another person over there with him who is a son energy, not necessarily another son, but someone who had a son relationship to him. And he wants you to know he has the boys. He's also referencing someone in your family who is close to you and would have been related to him had a miscarriage. And he wants you to know that he has that baby. It was a boy. He is wanting you to know that to start looking for the synchronicities for expanding your career. Very much showing me that the jobs you've been doing were fine for you and they were giving you a good basis. But now it's time for you to kick off to the next level and make sure you start looking for the synchronicities of new jobs coming your way. All right, Lori, thank you for letting me read your grandfather. He did say that, okay, he already covered that he had his boy. So he has your dad, and then someone around you recently had a miscarriage. When I say recently, I want to say in the last 6 months. And he wants you to tell them that he has the baby and it was a boy. Thank you, Lori, for letting me read him. All right, Patrick, let's get to your dad. Okay, Patrick, your dad was a character. He had like so much personality. This gentleman, if you ever want to see someone walk into the beat of his own drum, your dad did that, and he did not care what people thought. He loved, he read all parts of the paper. Usually when people step up and they're reading the paper, they like to have the funnies, they like to have the want ads or something like that. Your dad read the paper from cover to cover, and he's also talking about especially focusing on the obituaries. He's actually being funny, Patrick. I was like, oh my goodness, you're focusing on the obituaries. And he said, well, I had to make sure I wasn't in it. So that says something about his personality. He's reading the paper. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for confirming that the reading made sense, and thank you for joining us from YouTube. I'm so excited for that. Um, he is, you know, Patrick, your dad is also talking about that you are more like him than you like to let on. Maybe not quite as eclectic, but you definitely march to the beat of your own drum. Also, you are a phenomenal dad in your own right. That's so beautiful to hear. And you don't just parent your own children. It's like, I mean, anyone that comes near you, Patrick, you just envelop them in this parental energy. You're always interested in helping these kids. You're always interested in how people are doing. He's so proud of the human you turned out to be because of that. Your dad, though, yes, of course, money is important to everyone. You understand the bigger meaning in life. He is talking about that you have had 2022 was pretty tough on you. He's showing me that you had some relationship struggles just all around, not just close relationships, but I'm seeing there was some, work struggles. Just, it was tough. You got up every day, did not let it affect your outlook, did not let it affect your personality. You got up and you just knew it was another day. And he said you kept on, you were keeping on, and how proud he is of you for that. He's also showing me you wearing a big, like, St. Patrick's Day hat with, like it's a green hat, but those St. Patrick's Day hats that they're a green hat and they have like a buckle on them. He shows me you wearing one of those, like you love St. Patrick's Day. Oh, you like to make people laugh. And that's why, because that hat is pretty silly. So proud of you for that. He's showing me recently your car has been making a funny noise. No, he is not making it make that noise. I wear his GIF. What's a GIF? So when he's talking about so you said you wear his GIF, which I'm not quite sure what that is, but again, if it was something like a hat, okay, thank you, Patrick. Okay, very good. Thank you. The fact that he was describing this hat and you said, oh, you wear his hat is a sign that he's around you and he sees what's going on. Also, he was talking about I feel like it's a fan or something. He makes me want to turn the heat up really high or the air up really high in the car. And it's just making a little bit of a noise for a second. It's a sign, like another sign he is around you. No, he is not making it make that noise, but just the fact that he's telling me he realizes it's going on tells you that he is around you. Thank you, Patrick, for letting me read your dad. He did an excellent job with the information, confirming who he was and confirming he is around you. He did a really good job. It tells me your dad was a good communicator on earth. Whenever people are good communicators on earth, then they're also good communicators when they go over to heaven, and makes my job so much easier. Some of these people, when they're really quiet, of course you can still read them, but it just says something for their personality. When they're communicators, it makes it easy. I should say how old. That's tough. All right, Angel. Your son DJ. Was your DJ a little one? Miss Angel. Was your son a little one? Did she say if her son was okay. All right, Miss Angel, if you could confirm if your son was a little one. Like no, he was 20. All right. I have two people here. One is a little one. Another one, I wouldn't have taken him to be 20. He feels like he's younger than that. If someone, okay, real quick, I'm going to have my moderator start looking for this. If I can, I'm going to read this other one, DJ. I took him to being a little bit younger, maybe he is 20. If someone lost a baby, a male baby, he was less than a year when he passed, but he did take a breath on earth. Put it in the comments. The baby has a family name, a part of a family name. So be looking for that. My moderator is going to be looking for that in the comments. All right, Miss Angel, your DJ is very much talking about. Okay, ask her about the family name. Add part of a family name. Your DJ is saying that he had gotten mixed up with some kids that were not the best for him, and you have been warning him, Angel. He's saying that you have been warning him about the friends he'd been hanging out with, and also he's very much talking about you cooking for him. Like, as a mom, I was someone that whatever I made is what you ate. As a grandmother, I'm different, but as a mom, I did not make special meals for my kids. But DJ is very much talking about his mom making food for him. Like, if you had already made something and he came in and wanted something else, if you weren't too tired, you would make it for him. Oh, Patrick said his grandson Liam, he lost a. Oh, okay. All right. So do you confirm any of that, Miss Angel? That DJ is talking about he started hanging out with some people who you have been warning him against hanging out with, and okay, that is definitely right. Okay, Miss Angel, I just have to tell you that as a mom, you get the trophy. I did not make my kids special meals, and that is what your boy is stepping up from heaven and talking about, is the fact that his mama was always going to make him whatever he wanted to eat. You loved with such a big heart, and he wants to apologize to you. He thought you were overreacting because you were on him. You were on him about the people he was hanging out with, and you knew there were bad news. And he just kept telling you that you were overreacting. And he makes me want to come up to you and like he would work you. He was a charmer, Miss Angel. Your son is a charmer. And he would just come up to you, and he makes me want to like come up behind you as you're cooking and like kiss your cheek and tell you he loves you. And I thought, it's okay, Mama. It'll be okay, Mama. Except he didn't call you Mama. I feel like there's some other kind of pet name he called you. And oh my goodness. He would text me from his room and ask me if I was still up, if I would fix him a pizza. That's why he's focusing on this food so much. So for everyone watching, sometimes when spirits step up, like I thought it was weird that I didn't think it was especially specific when he was talking about how you would make him anything he wanted. But I went ahead and rolled with it because that's what he was giving me. And now here you are saying that was a definite, and that's the reason I don't try to control readings. I just let spirits give me because they know better what you're going to remember. And I think that is so funny that you remember that. He would text you if you were up. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Also, have you been wearing some of his t-shirts? He knew how to manipulate. Yes, he is definitely a charmer. He is a charmer. Even in heaven, Miss Angel, he's still a charmer. I would have given him what he wanted to, just so you know. He would have charmed me also. He's making me feel like there were some unanswered questions around his passing. But you have some ideas of kind of the things that went down before he passed, and he wants you to know that you are correct. Oh, very good. He is also, did you figure out who this baby belonged to? Okay. He is okay. He's also referencing that if there had just been a little baby stepping up, I would have been hesitant to bring it up because, it's hard to identify a baby, and I like very specific information, and sometimes it's difficult to get, just because you can't identify a personality, and it's just hard to get extremely identifying information. So that's why he brought this baby up, because someone on here really needed to hear about that baby. And that says so much about your son's heart, how he was just caring. He sometimes would put on like a bravado type personality, but he just had a very sweet, sweet heart about him. A fingerprint necklace you wear daily. Very good. Absolutely. All right, Miss Angel, thank you. Thank you for letting me read your son. I appreciate him. He was a little charmer tonight. Okay. We have spirits just rolling in right now. There is someone I'm hearing. Okay, so Angel's son was 20. This next boy is referencing that he was younger than that. He was very active. He is showing me that he liked to play ball, and he liked to ride four-wheelers. Also, I'm referencing that he must have been at that teenage, but not quite teenage enough where they had quite learned to fully groom themselves, because I'm just hearing someone telling him to go take a shower. You know how when your kids are at that age, I had girls, so I never experienced it, but some of my girlfriends who have boys were constantly, go shower, go shower, go shower. And I just feel the need to tell this kid to go shower. And he is showing me wearing he has dark hair. It was kind of very, he didn't keep it real short either. I could go with 15 because he was referencing that he was younger than the kid that had just stepped up, who was 20. And he was letting me know he was younger than that. So Josetta, did he have a friend, someone who had let him ride their four-wheeler or dirt bike, something like that? He's showing me liking to ride those things. All right. Yes. Okay, very good. I think we have your son here, Miss Josetta. He is showing me, oh, honey, he's showing me that, man, you are ripping your hair out with grief. And, man, my heart just breaks for you. That he has been, yes. He's very much wants me to give you some, like he was doing this, like he wants me to explain to you. To ignore those people who think that you should be past it, or you should have moved on, or you should be better. There is none of that. And I know on here, the people watching that have lost someone close to them, especially a child, yes, it is hard to lose a parent. I get that, but it's nothing like losing a child. And he's telling me, Josetta, that recently, or Josette, I think it's Josette, there's no A on the end, that people have been talking ridiculousness to you, like they're telling you should have moved on, or you should be getting better. And they're comparing your loss to some of their losses, which Again, yes, it's hard to lose a parent, not like losing a child. He's also showing me, has someone recently compared, like, oh, I know what, I recently lost my dog. I know what has someone really compared you losing your son to them losing their pet? Has someone really done that? I do feel like, Josette, you might do good to, yes, they did. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. That's what he made me want to compare it to. Like losing him was like losing. Yes, look, I have my Lovo right here. Look, I love my Lovo. See? Not the same as losing a child. People are ridiculous. Okay. I do think that you can get some, not some relief, but some help joining a hello, Miss Mindy. Oh, I'm so glad to see your sweet face on here. Just a grief support group that is specific for people that have lost children. There's no greater loss in this world than losing a child. And I think that he's showing me that there's one local that you might get some help from. And I would like to sit here and tell you that, yes, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it will be better. You just learn to bring your grief with you in a different way. You never walk through grief and you never get over it. And anyone who tells you that, just throat punch them. No, I'm teasing. Don't really do that, but I know you feel like it. Also, Josette, he is referencing that you have set up, I want to say an altar, but it's more like a memorial section in your house with his picture and some of his mementos. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. So you do go for 1 to 1. Very good. Thank you. I'm glad you do that. So the fact that he's referencing how you've kind of set up an altar for him or memorial section is a sign that he is around you. Also, he sends you birds. His room is unchanged. He sends you birds. He's saying, so not a bird up in the sky just flying over your house. It has to be a bird that is doing something different, like flying at a window, or every time you go outside, this bird is staring at you. He does that. He also is showing me that there is a faucet in your house that is dripping. Hummingbirds. Very good. I'm glad you recognize those. Very good. Very good. So a lot of people like to say, everyone sees birds. It's not just any kind of bird. It's like they attack me like that. I was about to say the bird has to be doing something different. Like Josette said, the birds almost attack her. That's what I'm talking about. The birds are doing something different. They're flying really close to you. They're staring at you. They're almost flying into your window. Those are all signs. Also, he's showing me, Josette, there is a faucet in your house that if you don't turn it, he has one on his urn. Oh, that's why. Very good. If you don't turn the faucet off in your house, just in one, it drips. Also a sign that he is around you. Your son is around you all the time. Just know that sometimes when you're deep in your grief, it's hard to feel them. So he did a really good job of confirming that he is around you. Thank you, Josette, for letting me read your son. Did you take care of that baby I brought through? Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Okay, do we have someone else?
Did I take care of it?
Yes, did you take care of it?
I had a name and relationship.
Oh, okay. Who was the name?
The lady's name is Maxine. It's her grandson. And we had names of both grandpas.
Did she say how old he was when he passed?
She didn't.
Okay. So when I had brought through that baby earlier, my moderator said that they had narrowed it down to someone named Maxine. It was her grandson. The grandson had both of the grandfather's names. Now, real quick, this baby is just saying, I hear that there's a question, like, does this baby, so our souls are eternal. Your soul, oh, okay. Josette was confirming a couple of things here. She was confirming that a bird flew into the window also. Yes, I brought that up a couple of times. And also the bathroom faucet. it drips if you don't turn it off, just so. And her son had confirmed both of those things. So now, does her son make the faucet drip? No, he does not. But it's just a sign that he is around her and he sees that's going on. Okay, so Maxine, I hear that there's questions. For one thing, he wants everyone to know that he is happy and healthy and loved on the other side. He also, I hear there's questions about, did he stay a baby? So our souls are eternal. And so, yes, he presented as a baby. And I knew this baby had family names. And you said that both the grandfather's names. But he presented like that so I would know who he was. If he presented as the eternal soul that he is, you wouldn't have been able to identify him. So there are someone in the family is questioning, does he stay a baby? No, they go on to be the eternal and fully developed soul that they are before they incarnate on earth. When they go back to heaven, they get to rejoin their oversoul, which is then fully whole and complete. He also, Maxine, your computer's freaking out. I didn't do anything. A spirit is it's my mom there with them. The spirits are messing with my moderator's computer. It's like doing all kinds of weird things. You know, he is with several people, Maxine. He's with two older females. It feels like maybe your mom and an aunt of yours, because it feels like a great of his aunts, and then two males. Also, he has a hello, Ravita. Also, he has a golden retriever looking dog with him. All right. Thank you, Maxine, for letting me read your grandbaby. You have someone else? One more. All right. Alexa. All right, Miss Alexis. Grace. Let's see here. Okay, Miss Alexis. The person that is stepping up when I ask for Grace, I'm hearing, I mean, she was bigger than life. She would almost been a little, I hear people saying that sometimes she was too much. Your computer broke up too, Maxine. I love that. Your grandson does mess with the electronics. Okay, so Alexis, Grace is showing me that she is bigger than life. She was gone too soon. She liked to party, and she was really trying to, yes, so happy and hyper. I feel like she was a bit much sometimes. Like she's one of those kids that if she'd come over to visit my daughter, I'd been like, okay, I'm going to leave the room now. Y'all have fun. She was really trying to balance this having fun and partying and also doing something with her life. Like she was really at that cusp, trying to further her life, doing something with her life, but not quite bringing it through. Now, I know that you said Zach. Is that your? I'm about almost calling him your husband, but I think he's your fiance. Has Zach been thinking about going back? She was partying a lot, trying to get better, and wanted to be a nurse and struggling with school. Yeah, because nursing school will kick your ass. She's talking about Zach. Has Zach been wanting to go on to school? Has he been talking about going back to school to get a certification? I don't feel like going to a 4-year university, but she references him going back and getting some kind of certification. She is very much talking about, Alexis, that he is selling himself. He wants to go back to school. He's selling himself short, and he needs to get it done. Like she says that he just keeps talking about it and isn't pulling the trigger on getting it done. And she says that he got certified for his job too. something more. Like, I appreciate you said that, and she is referencing that. Yes, well, job well done, but she is referencing him going back to school and getting a certification at school. And she's showing me Metro, which is my sign for a certification or a technical degree, not quite a 4-year degree just yet. She is telling him, I don't know anything about his family life, but she is saying that she very much wants him to prove everyone wrong. Prove everyone wrong, which tells me that people are kind of behind his back, maybe saying, dude, you're not going back to school. You can't do it. She says, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. You have a family to support. And he wants to be that guy. He wants to be the dad who provides for his family and provides for his wife and kids. And also, she's asking, why haven't y'all gotten married yet, Alexis? That is not me, Alexis, I promise. She wants to know when you're all setting the date and why haven't y'all gotten married yet? She's saying, yes, he always worries and wants to do. Did she see us crying at her funeral? You weren't crying, she said. You were wailing. And she says it in a funny manner. All right. So you said you were just talking to him about that. When spirits step up and say things that you were just talking to him about, it's a sign that they are around you and they see what you are talking about. You were wailing. I know she said it in a joking manner. That's the reason I laughed. Not that it was funny. You were wailing, Miss Alexis, but it was funny the way she said it, because you said, did you see us crying? And she said, crying shit. She was wailing, which was very funny. I would have liked her. I would have liked her in small doses, I just want to say. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me on my first broadcast across 3 platforms. It looks like we didn't quite get Instagram tied into the mix, but who knows? I don't know. It says I'm live on Instagram. Who knows? All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me. A couple of things coming up. We have the weight loss class coming this week, and it is not. When is the Beetlejuice seance? I don't know. I'm not having a Beetlejuice seance. Is someone having a Beetlejuice seance? Please invite me. We are having the weight loss hypnotherapy coaching class coming up this Sunday. And then next week we have a intro to mediumship, or I have an intro to mediumship and then a mentorship circle. So I want to thank everyone for joining me. Thank you. Thank you. And everyone has it. Right, Casey wants to go to the Beetlejuice seance too. Who's having that? All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good evening.